the Content Factory.
My name's Tucker.
And I'm Becca.
And this is the Content Factory.
And hello to our co's.
Hello to our coworkers.
Hello to our co's. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it really is. Hello to our co's. And special news for you, you get a promotion. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And a pay bump.
We should all go on a company retreat.
Yeah. How do you feel about those? I think that would destroy my relationship with my coworkers.
I think that would too.
Not you guys.
Unless I loved my coworkers.
Yeah.
But I've never had a job in which that would be a possibility even.
No. Like I just did an escape room over the weekend.
I can't wait to talk about that. We're diving right in. We're diving
right the freaking heck in. Oh, should we say our C words of the day?
Yeah. Let's just get on with it. Okay.
Okay, you go.
Okay. Target audience.
Didn't even hear.
Okay, and go.
Drill down. At this point, I'm saying full volume.
We're kind of becoming a well-oiled machine, and that's not even my word.
Is it not?
No, and I knew that you were going to say that and suspect.
I knew.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had 5 things I wanted to say. They're all gone.
Okay, well, can I just speak on that escape room?
Please.
Just because it was not just an escape room, it was more of an interactive horror experience.
And I can say that.
Oh, I already hate myself today. Just so we're clear. I didn't like that. Okay.
And I want to say that I can confirm that because I go on Tucker's Instagram story yesterday. He's in an absolute inmate jumpsuit. What is that called?
I think it's an inmate jumpsuit.
Wait, like
the orange, the classic orange.
Yeah, I'm like, they put costumes on you in those things?
Guess what was under the jumpsuit?
Naked?
Knee pads. I had knee pads on.
Wait, what were you doing?
You have to, first of all, sign your life away like I'm about to skydive out of a fucking helicopter on top of a mountain.
And we've talked about that already.
Yeah. They make you sign something saying, oh my God, I'm 2.5 Americanos in because just before walking in here, I launched it as hard as possible off the table. Okay, here we go. Ready? They make you sign a waiver beforehand, being like, we're allowed to touch you, you're allowed to get wet. I'm like, what's going to go on in here?
Where was this in the world?
This was in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And it really was an experience. It was just like jump scares. It was called the Minotaur or something. There's a big old man and a big old Minotaur. I don't even know what a Minotaur is.
It's giving haunted house though.
It's exactly giving that. And then there's a woman who's like dead but not dead in the morgue. And she, you know what? At one point she spat a fucking key out of her mouth. And I had to use that key.
Wait, what? And it was wet?
It was wet and bloody.
Ew!
Yeah, this was an insane experience. And it was terrifying, too. And at one point, the Minotaur, what is a Minotaur? Half hooves, half human?
Couldn't tell you. I thought that was centaur.
I have no idea. I forget. But this man is, at one point, grabbed me and is dragging me away. And I had to say, don't leave me, to my 2 friends. And they were dragging me back.
Where did they bring you to?
They were trying to take me out and throw me out the damn game because you're not allowed to get caught by the Minotaur.
Oh my God.
I know. It's a whole thing I can go on for way too long anyway.
I did my first escape room this past Christmas time.
And I see that you got out because you're right in front of me.
And guess what? Honey, I escaped.
Did you like it? Some people hate.
I didn't like it because I'm bad with riddles.
Okay.
And I'm bad with anything kind of that requires a common sense of it all.
Oh my God.
So when we're doing word riddles and problem solving and looking behind picture frames and unlocking things, I'm I'd rather be at happy hour.
Oh my God. Here's the thing about me though. I have 2 seconds of downtime. I'm like, should I do a crossword? So honestly,
Right.
Yeah, I'm rock hard in an escape room.
Yeah,
honestly.
and that's really good for your brain, they say.
Really?
Now, when you do crosswords, it actually prevents early onset dementia.
Okay, good, because I also read one sentence of an article that was THC edibles might cause, I don't know.
Well, of course.
Know.
Well, hey, of course.
Every day it's one thing.
It ruined my memory.
Is a glass of wine good for me or is it going to kill me? I don't know.
Good for your heart, they say.
They say.
Speaking of wet and bloody, you said that before. It kind of sparked something in me. I was in a sketch show recently.
Yes, which we have to speak on. Performance review.
We'll kick off into it now.
Do it.
I was in the show and there was a sketch where we had to run on stage. I was playing an assassin and I get impaled by a Swiffer. And for the show, we didn't practice this.
Which end of the Swiffer?
Oh my God, the end. The butt.
The spear-like, yeah.
The butt,
okay.
the spear-like. First of all, I have a huge bruise on my arm to prove it.
Oh my God.
And they can't see it, so I'm like, guys. And I ran into that thing, but we didn't rehearse it this way, but we did those capsules of blood. Have you ever done that? Like the fake blood where you bite down on a capsule and it comes out. So I'm thinking this thing's going to gush all over. I'm checking with I'm checking with everyone. I'm saying, guys, this isn't going to, is this going to get all over the stage? We're going to need a mop. We're going to need a mop. Barely came out of my mouth.
No.
Barely came out of my mouth. Tasted bad.
I have about 4 questions. I'll go with only 2.
Okay.
Oh, well, you just answered the first one. I'm spitting everywhere.
You just spittled.
Okay, it tasted bad.
Yeah.
I think Simple Fix make it cherry flavored or something.
I think they tried, Tucker. I think
Did
they
they?
tried. Yeah, and that's the sad part.
Wow. Okay, and number 2, where'd you get impaled?
I got impaled on my arm.
Got impaled in the arm, blood out the mouth. I love that.
Impaled in the arm, blood out the mouth.
Wait, and so was this sketch that you were in? How many sketches are you in?
It depends. This one I was in 4 out of 9.
Oh my God.
It was fun. It was really fun.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. I feel like target audience was there.
How did your sketch go?
Good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Hell yeah. Okay, I love that.
Okay, anyway, performance review.
Yeah. What else did you get up to this week? Oh, wait, can I first of all, just because everyone is listening right now going, okay, so Tucker wasn't there and he hates Becca.
Stop!
I just want to say I had it in my calendar as 7 p.m. First of all, the fact that I even am using a calendar, like I wanted to be there.
Huge.
But lo and behold, it was actually an 8:30 show, and I was supposed to have guests in my household at that time.
I said, don't come.
You actually were shocked when I said I was coming. You were like, oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Anywho.
There's a serial killer in Los Angeles. Have you heard?
Talk about it. Huh? I'm ready to solve the damn case. I'm listening to that Crime Junkies and all.
You are? About him?
It. No, just in general.
Well, I've been seeing it on TikTok.
Well, I'll tell you who it is. It's the husband. Probably.
I guess it always is.
It always is.
It's always the husband.
Who's the serial killer? How'd you hear about it?
Don't know. They haven't caught him yet. Hopefully by the time this podcast episode airs, he'll be caught.
Okay, is LAPD like trying to drill down and get to business?
Here's the thing. Probably not. He's in They say, I forget the part of the town it is. Well, that's where you are, huh?
A little north of the escape room, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
how many deaths? Like,
so basically what he's doing is he's going house to house and he's just seeing what doors are unlocked and then going in and doing his business.
Shut the heck up. And his business is serial killing.
Yeah.
What?
He climbed up to a 5th floor, and that's because I was like, oh, I'm safe because I'm on the 2nd.
Yeah.
No, height doesn't bother him. He climbs to 5th.
Holy
And I'm sure he would even go up to 6th and 7th. Anyway.
I
think we're okay.
My thumbs are typing as fast as possible.
Yeah, what are you looking up?
I want to know about serial killer because I'm like, what? Oh, whoa. Richard Ramirez.
Oh, they found him?
No, this is the first thing that comes up. It is old, but that's so interesting.
There's a good Netflix show on that, I believe.
Okay, my mom used to do civil rights defense attorney stuff for the ACLU. And she said one time she did like death row stuff. And I'm pretty sure Richard Ramirez is someone who she was like met at one point or something. And he was playing with her hair apparently. I wish I knew this whole story.
I have full body chills. Wasn't he at Hotel Cecil? No, this could be different.
I don't know. By the name of that, I'll take one room with a king bed. That sounds great. I'll
take the penthouse suite, Hotel Cecil. No, apparently it's like really haunted.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there is people. If you're listening to this and you're in LA, specifically North Hollywood, and if you're on anything up to the 5th floor,
stay safe and lock your doors and windows. Yeah. I always be locking my doors and windows.
Me too. I was listening to a podcast, a crime one, of course, and it was talking about dead body in Los Feliz off the 5 of the Los Feliz exit, and I'm like, whoa, I get off that exit.
Speaking of Los Feliz,
there
is such a thing with how to pronounce that place. I get so scared anytime I have to say it. Is it Los Feliz, Los Feliz, Los Feliz?
Okay, for sure not the third one. What I tend to do is kind of alternate.
Okay.
So that no one can ever
Depending
be
on
mad
who
at
you're
me.
around. Depending on who you're around.
Or actually I go Los Feliz and then I go, or Los Feliz.
Because every time I say it, it's actually pretty bad because I just go, Los Feliz. How do you say it?
Me too. I make such a big stink of it. I think it's like in Spanish, it's Los Feliz, of course. The happy.
Oh, you live in the happy. There can't be a serial killer there.
But I think in LA, I think people say Los Feliz. So it's like, it's this constant push and pull between culture.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that that was a place before I moved here.
I didn't either. I was so West Side growing up. So now I'm like exploring a whole new area.
We're from here.
I am. Okay, there's a serial killer. Thank you for telling me that.
Yep. So let's move on from that.
Yeah, anything else in your week that kind of stands out?
Well, I finally posted a video that took me about 5 weeks to edit down to
Mel.
1 minute and 17 seconds.
Who is it? Mel B? Mel Robbins? Yeah.
I just,
Mel
whatever.
B's a Spice Girl, I think. What do you mean whatever about it? It was so funny.
I just looked at it for too long that I just needed it out of my hands, you know?
We were just talking about this pre-recording. We're like, everything is all sunshine and rainbows until you watch your video for a second time.
Oh my God.
And then it's like, put a muzzle on him and euthanize him.
But what's bad?
What?
Doctor, I'm checking my likes again.
Don't
Doctor,
do that.
I'm checking my likes.
Comparison is the thief of joy? No, there's an even bigger thief in town, and it's checking your own likes.
And if there's someone that I slightly even have a crush on that is like, that I love, and they like my video, I'm like, well, they obviously want to be wed in June to me.
Oh, are you kidding me?
They
Yeah.
obviously want that.
Absolutely. And a comment?
Never. Oh, I don't get those.
That's... I almost said something crazy.
Tucker, I just went on a video of yours. I don't know why. What
I almost
brought
said
me
raw
there.
sex is what I was going to say, and I didn't say that, and I'm glad I didn't. Okay, what were you going to say?
I went on a video of yours, and the top comment was like, "This is the most attractive person I've ever seen in my life." Swear to God.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was really
Guess
cool.
what?
It was really cool.
That was me and my alt account. Wait, I love that that's the narrative that comment said.
Yeah, let's keep it
Wait,
rolling.
and what the freaking heck video could that have been?
It was literally one of your caveman ones.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Must have been like the gruff, like, whatever.
Okay, well, here's something for you. And I'm about to drop a bomb, so really hold on to your seat.
I'm holding.
I met a man at a bar. Well, no. Sorry. We were both in a bar because it was like a mixer situation. But
Okay.
and the most important detail of this story is he's 7 foot.
You're absolutely kidding
He's
me.
7 foot tall.
My blood just ran cold in my body.
Are you kidding me?
That's not even possible.
A
What is he?
6'4" no, I mean a 6'4" man or whatever.
Is he a basketball player?
He says he had a 1 in 5 chance or something because at that height apparently 1 in 5 get to the NBA. But I swear usually I'm pretty tall compared to others, and I'm looking up at him straight up asking for uppies. This man is 7 feet tall.
How did he get in the bar? He's hunched over.
Well, we were outside, and now that explains it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so 7 feet. I also asked him being like, what's this guy, 6'10" or something? He said, I never would have expected a 7 in front of that number.
And you guys are flirting?
No.
Oh.
No, he's just another UCB improv person, and he happens to be 7 feet.
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you what, you're about the 35th person I've told this week. It just excites me so much.
That's so cool. Can I ask?
Yeah.
We can like kind of go back a few episodes.
Yeah.
Did you ever go back to the flower shop?
The way that I fucking murdered those flowers, I'm
Murdered
too
that guy.
ashamed. I am so ashamed to go back and report on them. Because remember, do you recall he said they may last for 2 weeks? Try 5 days.
You're kidding.
5 days. Couldn't. But I do have to go back
You
at
have to
some
go
point.
back.
I tried to set up a date, or I did,
With who?
with some
Hinge?
guy from like Tinder. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't
Okay.
know, who I'm sure is lovely. I pitch a time, he's busy. He pitches a time, I'm busy. And now I can't do any more than that.
After that, it's like, why don't we give each other our Google Cals?
Literally. But honestly, I kind of love that. I kind of love that he's busy.
And it's great that you're busy. You
Yeah.
always have to be busy.
Uh-huh. You
Right.
have to. Or else the mind starts going.
The mind starts wandering.
Okay, so pretty exciting week for us both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I posted a video also. Because we've talked about this so much, but we're posting podcast clips. I told you I locked myself in my car and I said, you're not allowed to leave this freaking car until you have posted a video on TikTok.
That's so cool that you can do that because if I don't have something pre-planned, it's over. Also, anytime I film anything in my car, I'm
Yeah.
sweating out of every crevice.
Me in between takes.
Because I can't film with the AC on.
I know, I'm blasting that AC.
Oh.
You can't roll the windows down because suddenly there's a gardener.
I get out, the whole thing, it's fogged over the windows. That's
Yes.
what-
Like I just had a high school makeout
Steamy makeout. in
Yeah.
there.
over a bluff.
What's that
Over a
mean?
bluff, a canyon. Isn't that where you go make out? Over the bluffs.
I wish I lived in a place where I could bluff make out. over
Oh my
bluffs.
God.
We just had parking lots.
Talk to me about you in high school.
Oh my God, the most as boring as they come.
Why?
As boring as they come.
Why?
Because I was studying.
Me too.
I was studying and I was in drama club and in multiple choirs.
Oh my God, I think we would have been best friends.
I think we would have been best friends.
I think so too.
Yeah.
People are like, did you like come out as gay in high school? It's like, honey, I wasn't thinking about sexual things.
Did
I was
you
thinking
date
about
girls
Did
ever?
I date girls? Yeah, 7th grade, Lily Lack.
Lily, if you're listening.
Who recently texted me, and I'm obsessed.
I want to say something about high school.
Say it.
So are people from your high school, like, do you keep up with them? I don't,
You
but
actually
sometimes.
hit a really sore spot.
Oh, did I?
No. I just am constantly thinking I should be better at that. So you don't talk
Not friends. I mean, just people you graduated with. I have great friends from high school, that, like best friends that we still keep in touch and like are
hell
in
yeah,
each
hell
other's
yeah, hell
lives.
yeah.
But I mean, like the people that like I went on my Facebook. What's that called? Newsfeed the other day.
Newsfeed. The feed.
I think
what is
it's
that?
literally called Newsfeed.
The newsfeed. I think it is.
Extra. Read all about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's pregnant and everyone's married. And if I see one more picture of a bundled
child
up,
bride.
Child bride, but a bundled up baby with a little cardboard thing next to them saying how many months they are. Damn. It's like every time that someone's popping out a baby.
Yeah. I don't
life,
know
though.
him. I don't care how many months he is.
And he doesn't even
Just
know.
kidding. I'm sure he's so cute.
No, yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, they're cute. But it's just crazy. It's just wow. I'm like, but that's like the age we are, huh?
That really is the age we are, I guess. I don't know. Everyone's getting engaged. I don't know. I feel like societal pressure is off for me because people are like, oh, gay.
Oh my God.
You know,
really?
it's like no one's expecting me to like pop out kids right now
That's
or
true.
like getting married. They're probably like, you're lucky you can even marry. Take your time, sweetie. You know?
And it depends, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have like I'm going to be married and then I
Never.
swear we'll talk about something
Yeah,
interesting.
of course. No, never a plan.
No. Did you make a pact with like a friend being like, if we're not married at 50, we're going to have a kid together and get
I
married?
soft launched that to you and he kind of shot it down. I was like, by the time we're
you know
40.
what I did? I promised an age earlier than I did for my friend in middle school.
Wow.
So
okay. So there's some calm.
Yeah.
No, never. Like, and I never was the type of person that's like, I can't wait to have a baby. I've never had that.
I used to be
feeling.
like, I'm going to have 2 sons and 2 daughters. And and it's like, I'm
Yeah.
14 years old. And then you
Yeah.
get to adulthood and you're like, oh, that actually takes some work, huh?
Totally. And like, damn.
Also,
have to
just
do
for the
shit.
record, like, they could be whatever gender they want.
They don't have to be 2 boys and 2 girls.
No. Okay, we have to talk about
What we've been watching on TikTok.
what the freaking heck have you been watching? I learned to dance, mama.
Did you learn the bop bop shoo up? Everybody's that thing? What did you learn?
No, we're not moving past that. Nice try. What the hell
The one
is
that's
that?
like, it's really not important.
Okay, great. We can move past.
It's like the pop music one, where it's like pop music. It's really not important. I can't stress that enough.
It is crazy. TikTok is crazy because you can be getting like one video per day of a trend over and over and over, and then you can mention it to a friend who will be like, "What are you talking
And I'm like, am I
about?"
the target audience of that?
I'll tell you what I'm a target audience of.
What?
You know that Cupcake song Deep Throat? And the woman who people are calling Anne Boleyn in the chat, in the comments? Do you know what I mean, Alan?
Wait, literally?
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? Wait, Anne Boleyn, the one that got beheaded.
Look, the one
Am
that
I-
got beheaded, people, honestly, it's like, I can't tell. It's probably people just being mean in the comments. What's new? But I love that she's
Can
maybe.
you sing a little verse of Deep Throat?
Oh. I sure can. At this point, I've said raw sex this episode,
Yeah,
so I
just go
suppose
ahead.
I can go into it. But this is the song.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And
Yeah.
it's this woman who is so fun slay. Her profile says Anne Boleyn dupe. So she's leaning in. She's leaning in, which
whoa.
I'm loving. I would say her username, MXNecroX FaceTime Barbie. I cannot tell. Anyway, she is doing this video over and over of her dance, and I'm obsessed with it.
That's so fun. And I like the song.
And I like the song.
I like the song.
Okay, what else have you been seeing though?
Okay, well, first of all, been sobbing on TikTok. This
Sobbing.
week. I think it's because it's just that time of the month. And I'm
Okay.
sobbing. I'm sobbing on Maine.
What time of the month? I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, wait, what are you
party
seeing
time.
though?
Okay, well, I sobbed to, here's the ones that I sobbed to recently. A girl running a marathon, and she played all the voice memos that all of her family and friends sent her while she was running, encouraging her. And they're like, we love you. And like, she had like a little niece and nephew, like saying, like, keep going.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, sobbing. And
I'll tell you what, though, this takes me out of it. Those voice memos will be done within the first mile.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, how many voice memos did they send? That's a lot of time to fill.
That's a lot. But they kept doing it throughout.
Yeah. Throughout.
The whole
live.
Yeah, throughout live.
You're in the splash zone
You're
today.
a freaking dick.
I'm spitting all over you this app.
No.
Okay, well, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry for calling you a DIC.
Wait. What else is making you cry?
And then I saw, oh my God.
so sweet.
First of all, any video where like a first generation man or woman first generation person graduates college and then they put the cap and the gown on their parents. I'm weeping. Here I go. The waterworks are starting. I'm done. And then the other one was this woman saying this story about how she was on a plane and she had like 5 minutes to make her connecting flight. And like the woman next to her could see that she was upset and she's like, what's wrong? And she was like, my grandfather is on like life support and I'm trying to get there to like say goodbyes. This could be his last. And the woman was like, everyone move out of the way. She has to get off the plane. She made her flight. She said goodbye. She would have, and her grandpa died. She would have missed it.
And you laugh as you say that. Which is just a nervous thing.
It's a nervous thing.
Okay, wait, so then she made it to say goodbye to her
say
grandpa.
goodbye, and she said that person, she doesn't know her name, but like changed her life. Because
God, that is the woman who said something to you when you were crying in your car. Those are the heroes of humanity.
It made me think that because like there's so much negativity, but even just like one person making such a small dent.
It really is. And that's why I walk around like this.
Sorry.
Anytime I pass a stranger, I'm all smiles.
That's what he's doing right now, by the way.
I can't stop. No, that's just an OCD thing. It doesn't matter. What? Anytime I'm walking by someone on the street, I'm like, this woman thinks I'm about to kill her.
Wait, that's the same when I'm driving and pedestrians are crossing. I'm like, what if my foot comes off the brake so hard and I just plow into a stroller? But there's
into a stroller.
But there's no way I'm gonna do that. But like, I am pressing on the brake so hard because I'm thinking And then I had a really crazy one the other day where I was like, I'm pressing on the brake so hard, but what if someone came crashing into me from behind and people are on the oh God.
And you slant, but you're on the brake.
Could spiral.
You're supposed to keep your foot over the brake, I think, like when making a left turn or something.
Of course,
and you're not supposed
just in
to turn the
case.
steel just in case.
But what if someone hit whatever? It was a spiral that was beyond me at the time.
Yeah. Did you take it out of your brain like this? Pull it out, extract it.
Get out your intrusive.
That's what I used to do a little bit. I'd be like, that's an intrusive thought. And then I'd take my 2 fingers up to my head and rip it out of my brain. And then that became an OCD in itself. So then I had to stop doing that.
See, everything's ruined.
Nothing's safe.
Nothing's safe.
Nothing is safe.
I told you I named her Becky. And I just am like, shut the fuck up, Becky.
Oh my God.
But that's starting to not work.
It's constantly innovating, the OCD. Wait, have you seen the dog jaw stuff?
What?
On TikTok?
The dog jaw?
Yeah, there's like 2 types of jaws. I have dog jaw and you can literally feel.
Does that mean like you have a ripped jawline?
There's 2 types. Yeah, but literally feel it. See if you can. Oh.
Oh my God, you got me good.
God, I was too excited to do it. I didn't even make like a dog noise. I just went, oh. Like
I would classify that as a dog noise to me. That was a bark.
Oh my God, I had to pay back.
I'm sweating.
I'm so sorry. The look in your eyes, I almost felt bad as doing it.
Your teeth grazed. That was really good.
Thank you so much.
Can we keep doing pranks?
I think we have to be doing pranks.
Whoa.
No, it's like
I think you should just end the episode there.
Okay.
Should we explain to listeners what just happened, by the way?
Oh my God. Yeah, sorry guys. I made Becca get close to my jaw and then I turned and tried to nip her fingers like a dog.
Wow. Oh wait, Kate, can I say one more thing that I've been seeing on TikTok?
Yeah, but only one more thing.
Okay. Only one. People climbing Mount Everest for fun. How fucking awesome is it that we don't ever have to do that if we don't want to?
I know.
It's so cool. It's so cool that we don't have to. I saw a guy climbing. He had something called corneal frostbite. I'm learning in the comments.
Oh my God, yeah.
His snot's frozen solid.
I believe it.
All over his face. And he didn't even make it to the top. I mean, he made it farther than I ever would go. I'm like, I didn't even make it to the
Yeah, what a loser. Well, here's the thing at the top.
crazy.
I saw a video, also Mount Everest.
Did you see the dead bodies?
No. Can we stop with the dead bodies on social media?
Can we stop? Well, you couldn't even see it because it was covered with, you guessed it, snow.
Oh my God. Well,
Sorry, I cut you off.
No. First of all, you have to cut me off because I cut you off. But there are dead bodies, and there's like green boots. There's like people that are like memorialized up there because they're famous dead bodies. Anywho, you get to the top. Here's the thing about the top of the mountain. There's like, I saw a video, there's a line of people to get to like the absolute apex of this mountain.
And only one can fit.
And it's like one at a time. So I'm like, damn, you just hiked up all this way. You get to the top, there's a line. I'd be like, should we just turn back? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, there's a line.
I wonder if like you don't even have to pee when you're up there because you're just frozen solid. I'm also still like laughing at you biting my finger.
Sorry. I'm so glad you can laugh about it because your face was when it happened.
I feel more adrenaline from that than probably climbing Mount Everest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, when I see something like that, I'm like, oh, okay, heart pitter patter, like I'm scared, and then I remember, oh my God, I don't have to do that, and that's fine.
Yeah. Thank God.
Do you like to hike? We don't have to.
I don't like hiking, no. I'm going to openly say I don't like hiking, and when someone suggests doing that as a first date, it's immediate no.
Yeah, because I'll tell you who's asking you that. The North Hollywood serial killer.
Yeah.
What? You want a man being like, hey, want to go on a hike in this remote fun place?
Absolutely not.
Grow up.
And also, I'm not climbing an elevation with you. I barely know you.
I'm huffing and puffing on flat surf.
I'm huffing and puffing, and I'm sweating all the time.
Unbelievable.
What about you?
Oh, well, here's the fun thing about stuff on social media. And this is just a broad genre. If the genre of a video, like this town in Belgium has a yearly seagull screeching competition, I'm watching start to finish.
Do you know the girl who does a really good seagull impression?
Yes, actually.
You know her personally?
No. Oh. Do you?
No.
No, but I mean, I've seen these for like pig, hog, boars, or like it's competitions where the person tries to sound like an animal.
Oh my God. Have you seen the one where the kids do like the whiny baby one where they're like, Mom?
Yes.
Mom? Yeah, that.
There's seagulls screeching, any of those videos. And it's always at like a county fair.
Always.
And it's like community.
Have you seen the pig ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think you're in the top 3. I know. I think you just meddled.
And
whoa.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
please.
love those videos so much.
How do you feel about the AI bot? Have you been seeing like AI bot comments, like commenting on videos, but they're just taking what someone used in their caption and being like, really cool, girl. Love what you've done. I don't know. It's not even human bot. Well, there's no human bot.
Well, you taught me this because it done got me. I got had by that comment.
I get that.
I was like, they love us. Look at them. How funny of a comment. And it's actually just your caption.
Yeah, they just reuse the caption. It's so weird.
Enough with, sorry.
Check.
Okay, yeah, check that off your list. So, yeah, how do you feel about AI?
I mean, it's scary. It's getting, I'm sorry, wow. It's getting to a scary place. Sorry, there was a hair in my mouth and it kind of took me out.
No, that's okay.
It's getting too scary.
I had a long black hair on my couch, and I'm like, well, whose is that? Whose is that? We don't have to get into that.
We don't have to.
No.
It's like when you see a short black hair and you're like, who the hell's?
You just missed the straw with your tongue, too.
Do you ever see, this is what I was thinking on the way here, like, you ever see an ambulance driving and you're like, you can surely drive a little faster?
Well, yeah. I'm thinking they're slowing down for the intersection.
Scared.
I'm like, babes, there's no one there. Feel free to go on through.
Please go.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's all I had to say.
Okay, wait. Should we do a little HR report? Because we have a fun one this week.
Yeah, please.
Because, I mean, we can report ourselves.
We can report ourselves, but we're thinking because the vibrator story was so fun to read.
It was so fun. Okay, yes. We're going to read.
And that made history for us. That made her story.
It sure did. That was, oh my God, I was hee-hawing. Dang it, I meant to email her and be like,
thank you.
Thank you so much. This
Here's
made my day.
Which episode you'll be featured in.
Yes. Okay, well, we have another one, and I'm going to read this one because this person needs our advice.
Okay.
But then afterwards, can we read? I saw a thread from none other than Laura Cleary. Or something, and she said, I'm craving tea. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever been caught doing? And I am reading the comments. I'll tell you what, the most time I'm spending on TikTok is reading other people's comments.
It's actually sometimes funnier than anything I've ever seen.
People are so damn funny and creative.
They're hilarious in there.
And sometimes mean.
Yeah, sometimes.
So less of that, people.
But I will say, sometimes, like, does that glitch happen for you where you're scrolling on TikTok and no comments are shown?
Yes.
Or, like, no likes are shown really quick?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I posted a video yesterday or something because I had to space out those podcast ones.
Yeah.
And I got a thing at the bottom of the video that said, this video is performing impressively. Promote it to maximize its reach. 0 likes, 0 comments, and 0 saves because That's just posted it. So TikTok, don't lie to me. This video is not performing impressively. You just want me to promote it.
You just want me to pay.
You want me to spend money. Anywho, should we read the email?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've had more espresso than I've wanted.
No, please.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
So this email is titled, can't see it, I took a screenshot. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Hi, big fangirl here. My job isn't corporate, but it's definitely corporal punishment, ...
Okay.
Another hook. Y'all know we love a hook. I'm reading the whole email.
I'm hooked.
Okay. Horse trainer. She's a horse trainer. Cool, majestic, dangerous, my body hurts. And riding instructor of middle-aged to elder amateur women who pick up horse riding and have no business in stirrups of any kind. Service industry, rich people, literally aides to deal with.
What about the gyno? Okay, sorry, go on.
I have one client with a 29-year-old horse, which...
Wait, horses can be 29?
That's news to me.
That's my age. We were born the same year.
Whoa. Wait, now, see, it's like,
wait, literally?
I have to stop Googling things because I hear that and I go, what's an average horse's lifespan? And now I want to know.
I know.
Oh, I have something.
I have 10 things to say.
Oh my God, I do too. Okay, I'll just keep powering through. Okay, a 29-year-old horse who won't die. Okay, so maybe that's old.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in my best interest to keep the horse alive because the owner pays me $3,500 each month for board and care, but I feel like we're entering an ethical gray area based on how much medicine I have to shoot down its throat. Whoa. I've recently tried talking to the owner about letting her go on a good day. Read euthanasia, the holistic approach.
Oh my God.
Instead of waiting for her catastrophic, instead of waiting for her catastrophic death.
Oh my God.
Because that's what will happen otherwise. I'm drunk, overworked, underpaid, and just want something to look forward to. Can you give me your professional advice on the next pod? How would you kindly tell this old-ass bitch that her old-ass horse needs to be put down? Warm regards, your basic horse girl. P.S. My screen time for today is 3 hours, 24 minutes.
That's
okay.
really good.
What the? Are you Amish?
So she's off the grid with her horse.
You don't use technology, queen.
I feel I can't even give advice on this.
Not professional, surely, but I'll give my opinion for sure.
I think it's a different thing if the horse is suffering, right?
Absolutely. That's an incredible question. I think we have to look up a horse's lifespan.
Please look that up.
Horse lifespan. Ready for this? 25 to 30 years.
Oh, so it's in the range. It's at the end of its life.
Yeah. So it would still be called murder if you did it right now.
We're at 30?
We're at 30. Can you believe it? Much like a horse at the end of its life. We're at 30.
Damn. You know what? No, don't do it because I'm almost 30 and if she put me down tomorrow, I'd be pissed. I have so much life to live. So much can happen in a year.
You know what I'm going to say right now?
Yeah.
You're off the case. You're too close to it. You're off the case, girl. You're putting your own feelings in there.
You're off the case.
Just because you're close to 30, you don't want to put down this horse that could be suffering.
But there's no proof that it's suffering.
Shoot it. Shoot the horse! No, I think right now we don't have a problem. I think that I think you're in a sticky situation because it sounds like as you put it, old ass bitch is.
What happens after she doesn't get paid $3,500 anymore? It's over.
No.
So many questions, so many follow-ups.
I have a lot of follow-ups.
I say no.
Don't kill it for sure. However,
if it must be put out of its misery, then a peaceful way, sure, I get it.
I have how much medicine I have to shoot down its throat. I forgot about that.
There's a lot of medicine. There's a lot of medicine.
Yeah, I guess we need to know dosage, what type of medicine. Is it anti-anxiety or is it like this is?
Are you watching The Last of Us?
No, in fact, I never even saw the
really?
first one.
There's a horse in it, and I'm like, I love them.
God,
I think that if you were thinking of a horse right now, you would say, we gotta make her life good.
Okay, let's make one thing clear. I don't want you to shoot it. That was me being silly.
Put that on your apology.
No, yeah, that will be in there. But I think, oh my God, here's the thing about me, someone who just lost his childhood dog. Did I tell you that?
Did?
I did.
I'm so sorry. Wait, the big German Shepherd?
No, that's adulthood dog. That's actually my brother.
Wait.
I lost my son.
Oh my God. We don't have to talk about it.
No, I think we have to because it's one of the most bizarre experiences of my life.
Really?
Okay, first of all,
what's the difference between childhood? What's happening with the two dogs? So your mom has two dogs.
I flipped them. Sorry. This was my brother because I grew up with this guy, Badger.
Oh my God.
And Moose is my son because I got him in adulthood.
So Badger was 28 years old.
No, Badger. Sorry. I can't stop spitting today. Here's that.
Spitting absolute facts.
Oh my God. Okay. Badger we got him when I was about I don't know, I was in high school. And so he was 13 years old. But he's like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, I lost the last dog that was like tied to my childhood and schooling and stuff.
Yeah.
At the same time, he was 13. He was such a good boy.
Yeah.
And I looked up labs because you know me, I'm looking up lifespan. Labs, it said 10 to 12 on Google. So I'm like, great. God bless.
Past that.
God bless him. Also, he like curled up in a spot that he loved.
That's what
by the door to get to the patio.
Yeah.
In front of my brother's room and went away peacefully.
Oh, he did at home.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Anywho, I wake up to a text from my dad looking at an absolute vigil, dead dog with flowers next to it.
Wait.
And that's how I heard the news. I'm like, huh?
Wait,
what, Dad?
Sent you a picture of your dog.
Sent me a picture of my dog. Yeah, well, here's the thing about him. My dad, when my bearded dragon died in high school, I came back home one day from school, tossed my backpack down, and then look in my room. A stuffed bearded dragon.
Wait.
My dad stuffed my bearded dragon. Took him to a taxidermist and said, yeah, put about...
You didn't know that it was going down.
No. Not at all.
So you said, surely, what are you doing out of your cage, Billy?
Yeah. So I see a picture of dead Badger. I'm going, don't get any ideas, Dad. Don't get any ideas.
That's crazy.
Isn't that kooky? Anyway,
so
yeah, I
sorry.
got this picture. So then my dad, okay, here's the crazy part. I'm sorry. I'm just going on too long.
Things just keep unfolding.
Okay, so it's crazy. So he says, I have to go to choir practice. But I'm going to leave Badger out until
That's the craziest part.
He says, I'm going to leave Badger out until tomorrow morning. Stop by and pay your respects if you want.
Huh? Wait. I'm sorry. You're going to have to Google the decomposition of a dog for me as well.
I almost Googled when do dogs go into rigor mortis because I wanted to touch a fluffy Labrador retriever and I do not want to touch a rock hard animal. Because when my bird died, I can't be going down these tangents. Anywho.
No.
Well, it was rock hard is all I'm going to say. So, anywho, I go over to Badger. I'm like, I'm going to say my respects. It's going to be pretty emotional and stuff. And so I'm in there alone in the house.
Saying
so
your
I
respect.
think.
He comes back alive.
Hey. No, oh my
He
God.
pops back up.
So I'm having my moment with Badger, and then I hear someone on the phone in my dad's room. Turned out he had a friend coming by. But I had no idea. So
So you're weeping.
So
on Badger's bod.
Thinking I'm about to have one moment, and suddenly I'm having a different moment. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. But he... I can't be going into all this. Anywho, after I have my moment with Badger, I'm then like, okay, I'm gonna go outside to Finnan, poor Finnan, my other lab. He's probably like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's
and I'm
his
like, let
friend,
me just have one
his
moment
brother.
with Finnan, his brother, before I go. And Finnan is maybe the most annoying he's ever been. Absolutely no idea what's going on. He's like like looking for ball. He has no idea. So then
Looking for ball.
literally I was like, oh, okay, you're cute. Give him his pets and stuff. Had to go back, have a moment again with Badger because I was like, that took me out of it.
Yeah, that took me.
And then I did cry, of course.
Of course, that's really sad.
And have a selfie with me in the carcass.
You have a selfie with you of you?
Because I was like, what if I need a
That's
picture?
true.
I need a picture.
So okay, that's really your dad just said I'm gonna leave the dog there.
Yeah, so you'd think there's no one in the house.
Was it Were you creeped out?
Of the dog?
I don't know. Yeah, like
badger.
I don't know.
Of course I was. Absolutely. I was scared to touch. I did touch him, and then I was just like, I had to give him like one last butt scratch. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you love your butt scratches.
That's what he would have wanted. I would want one too.
So, yeah. So it was scary. He was like a little harder, but I just really was like, just don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Pretend like he's actually still breathing.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
Oh my gosh.
What a freaking wacky.
What a wacky experience.
What a wacky event.
Anywho, sorry if I was weird to my dad's friend. I was just so
they have to
shocked we had guests.
You're like, can I get you water?
Oh my God. Anywho, sorry. So I just talked for 45 minutes straight.
No, that was good.
Okay, so your final
Not
advice
good.
for horse. Not good.
I'd say don't.
Okay, yeah, don't put it down. I think hang in there. I'm sure
a
you're
little bit
I think you're
longer.
going through so much and I'm so sorry, but I
Yeah.
would like to say you are a saint for dealing with horse.
Ultimately, you have to do
for
what's
dealing
best
with
for
woman. Yeah. Absolutely.
But you're doing the right thing no matter what.
Yeah. And you're not racing those horses. So like
And you're not getting on it. You're saying, drive me around.
yeah.
Like they're doing in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Around zombie.
Interesting.
Horses are so cool. I just have so many questions about them.
Okay.
We could get into a whole thing. I'll say
What's one? What's one?
What one is just? Do they get tired? Like they carry so much. Babe, you're carrying too much.
They really are.
No, seriously, like they go across the freaking country.
Yeah.
And famously with people on their back.
With people and things and objects.
They're carrying the weight of the world.
People move. People move and have their objects slung around the horse. You think that horse is like, just
must be
another day?
strong. They
They
must
gotta
be
be so strong. Have you seen those legs? They're strong.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm just learning that The Last of Us is a zombie show. Who knew
Oh my God,
that?
hello.
That's like, have you seen Sinners?
No.
I'm about halfway through the movie. I go, oh my God, this is a vampire movie.
Wait,
loving
it is?
Oh my God, sorry.
Everyone's talking about
Well,
that's
it's not
okay.
a spoiler.
I watched Nosferatu.
Yeah, I would say almost entirely different. So different, the movie. But I
was gonna
loved.
ask you a question.
So good.
I was gonna ask you a
please.
question. Okay, I saw this on TikTok, people asking this, or someone asking this.
Uh-huh.
What's the most, like, the laziest thing you've ever done, and not like funny, something that'll make people genuinely disturbed by like something you've done that's like just because you're so lazy.
Whoa.
There were such funny comments of what people did.
What are people saying? Can you think of any?
One girl was like, I didn't fit in my dress. Well, that one was kind of dark.
Oh, okay. Scratch that.
One girl like threw out her whole really expensive blender because like she didn't want to clean it. One girl was just using the Roku remote to turn on her TV because she lost her remote, which by the way, I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm doing that.
I'm doing about 5 household things right now. Guys, I haven't fixed my fan.
Still.
Oh, here's the laziest thing I've done. I shut off the breaker in my home to turn off my fan rather than asking someone to come repair it.
Yeah.
I went inside my cabinets, I flicked the little switch to turn off the light. And so now I don't have the lights that work with that breaker and the fan.
Oh, so you're living in... Oh,
so my living room has no overhead lighting right now.
Which is
That's pretty
actually really
lazy.
good.
That's pretty lazy.
Because
yeah, is
lamps
it?
are nice. I don't
Lamps are
like
so
overhead
nice.
lighting.
No.
Bad for the pores.
Bad for the pores.
Mine is one time I threw away, actually maybe multiple times, like Tupperwares because I bred so much mold in it that I couldn't even possibly open and wash it because I think
Absolutely.
that would have started the zombie apocalypse that The Last of Us is about.
Or how about like a freaking spaghetti Tupperware? Oh my God, talk about stains.
Stained! Tomato sauce will really ruin
It really will. Okay, what have you done? What other lazy things have you done?
the Roku remote thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently found, clock it, not one, not two, but 3 spiders crawling in my bed at separate times that were the same spider.
In your bed?
In my bed. Imagine you just say, I'm tired, want to get a good night's sleep, and then you put your cover, your duvet open, and it just
crawling under the duvet?
Scurries out because they like darkness apparently. They would love your apartment without lights.
Oh my God, literally. How could you ever possibly sleep post that?
Well, so I got my vacuum and I vacuumed them right up. And then what I did
Vacuum to linen.
Vacuumed them right up. And what I did is put vacuums on, sorry.
Come back over here. We're over here. Where did you just go?
Baby in a pool.
Oh my God.
So many people just walked in, and I'm kind of just watching them. Hey.
We're losing focus. We have to drill down. Okay, what?
Oh my God.
We're getting live fired. The execs are in the room.
Guys, I wish you could see the scene.
Okay.
What am I saying?
You had spiders in your bed and you took a vacuum.
I used my vacuum. I vacuumed it right up, and then I said, you know what? They're going.
Okay, at this point we have to acknowledge it. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Men
people
in suit.
currently.
Men in suit.
Men in suit. I need to know what's happening in this building because sometimes we see people leaving sweaty in gym shorts.
There's a gym here.
There's got to be. I guess we don't have to really know more. That is just what it is.
Anyway, the spider thing is not important. I put the vacuum out in the hallway because I can't even possibly imagine it crawling back out. So I'm not using my vacuum for the next, 4 to 6 weeks.
You can't. Okay, well, this reminds me of my thing that was like the most embarrassing thing you've ever been caught doing. Can I just read some of these comments?
Yeah, please.
Speaking of the funniest place on the internet, the TikTok comments. Ready for this? Someone said, this man kept making a noise in front of me while checking out groceries. I thought he was sneezing, so I kept saying bless you. And after the 5th time I said bless you, he turned around and said, I have Tourette's. Can you stop?
No.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Another one says, I went to get my blood drawn from the phlebotomist.
That's the name.
Is that? Okay, SAT. Okay, and the phlebotomist says, I'm ready to draw your blood in a Dracula accent. I answered back in a Dracula accent. It was her actual accent. So embarrassing. No. It's just on and on and on.
Have you done anything like that? I've had some moments. Oh, can I say mine?
Yeah.
I talked about this on TikTok.
I can't. I literally can't say mine on pod.
Okay, that's fine.
It's too embarrassing and it's not okay.
Mine, I'll talk for too long anyway. I'm going to try to make it concise. I one time walked into a Sephora. Mm-hmm. I walked into a Sephora and I asked for a shampoo, and I almost just said the waiter.
Fuck. Sorry.
The waiter said, "Can I get you any water?" No. The employee at Sephora comes up to me. Sorry, it's Ulta. Comes up to me and is like, "Hey, can I get you anything?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm looking for this shampoo." And he's like, "Oh my God." He said a name I don't know. He thought that he's like, "We used to work. You worked here." Like that I was an old worker at Ulta.
Okay.
I literally looked this guy in the eye. I was like, yes, I'm back. That's me. We hugged. Tucker, we hugged.
Stranger.
He was like, how have you been? I was like, good. How are you? He's like telling me the story about how someone slammed into his car, totaled his car. He's in college. He's telling me all these stories. I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
You're about to put on a damn apron and get to biz.
He literally was like, I can give you the employee discount.
No. Did you get it?
No, I felt too bad. I was like, okay, I'm going to come back. He has surely found out that I just never worked at that Ulta, hugged him with open arms.
Oh my God.
I was so embarrassed, but
oh my gosh.
Maybe he would be embarrassed too. I hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay. He's probably thinking about that.
Probably.
No one's thinking about us, remember?
No one's thinking
about us. Think of yesterday's story that you saw. Can't do it. Can't do it. We saw something that was like, can you think of one thing that you saw yesterday on Instagram stories? And the point of the video is no one's thinking about you. So post your hole on Maine.
Post hole on Maine. To all the guys in suits here, post hole on Maine. Guys, I wish you guys could see.
I know. I'm so distracted.
Should we fire and hire?
We should fire and hire. Wait.
Did you say...
I did say, I've said my word a couple times. I almost had something important to say, but probably didn't.
I said it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh my God, really?
And I even got you to say it, Tucker. I got you to say my word.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
That should be bonus points, honestly.
It should. Do you know what it is?
What? No, not yet. Are you giving it up already?
Never
we still have fire hire.
Okay.
Wait, can I say 1, 2 random, just low-key embarrassing things? But
Only 2.
Really, it's like things that you shouldn't have to think about for the rest of the day, but I did. Is yesterday I walked into Birds, a little bar next to the Improv place, and I saw Umberto, who we're obsessed with, who works there, And I tried to be like, nice to see you again. And I just stopped after saying nice. I just said, hi,
Wait,
nice. I tried to say, nice to see you again.
Said, cool.
Yeah. And then kept walking. That's all that happened.
Okay, I would not be able to stop thinking about that for months on
I did.
And guess what? He's not thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just those things are kind of daily. And I just have to be like, whatever.
Nice.
Okay, wait. Do you have a fire and hire for the week?
I do.
Okay, let's do it.
I always go first. Can you go first?
Should I go first? Okay, do I have a fire and hire? Okay, I'm going to start out. I'm going to start with a fire. And I'm going to be firing my attention span, honey.
Preaching to the choir.
Because why am I watching an ASMR coloring video to relax in 2 times speed? Huh? Why am I like, get it over with, let me see the final product? I'm watching it in 2 times speed. Slow down.
I do that.
Enjoy the video.
For once.
I cannot focus on a single damn thing.
Me either.
I can't do it.
Sometimes I'm like, I wish you could 2 times speed someone speaking in real life.
Well, I'm scared that we are doing it so much on TikTok that I talk fast enough, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm rambling at all times, but I'm thinking people are going to be like, get to it.
I know, me too. That's why I tell stories like really fast, and I feel like it's sometimes too fast.
Me too.
The way that my mind works, that's how I like to listen to a story. If someone is telling a story slowly, oh my God, I become an absolute monster nightmare. I'm finishing their sentences. It's an awful It's an awful ADHD trait.
Okay.
I'm like, and then you went there, right?
That's good to know. You don't even have to be talking slowly. Like, you start saying one thing and I go, yeah.
Me too.
You no way. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I know, me too.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Have you once stopped thinking about the people in the room right now?
Not once.
Because right now I'm still looking at them and I'm like,
Guys,
I need to know the story.
For the listeners, really, there are people in here and through the glass.
There are.
And I'm like, can they hear
in
us?
Suits. I don't think they can, but I'm obsessed.
When
I'm
they
obsessed.
Just gave
We're
us
getting a rock on
sign.
symbol.
Okay.
Okay, so
can I fire?
that's just fire, please.
This week I am firing the real ID.
Get rid of it.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you're fake.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Who came up with it, and what's your issue? What's your issue? Asking someone to put something on their to-do list, especially someone like us, and also to go to the DMV.
That involves the DMV.
Oh my God. I couldn't. I can't. I'd rather wear my passport around my neck like a necklace. I'd rather get a woman on Etsy to make my passport into little earrings. I could walk around. I'm not getting a real ID.
What's different about it?
Guess what's different? They put a little star on the front. It doesn't even say real ID. What's fake about the one I have now?
Absolutely nothing. And in fact, we've been using it for, I'm going to just take a guess, centuries. We've been using IDs for centuries.
It's sick. I hate having to go to like an office and do something. Like, doesn't it feel like middle school or something?
Yes.
Where they're like, you got to get your bus pass or something. I don't know, your new ID.
I got a ticket about a month ago, and I haven't been able to pay it since. You think I'm going to get my ass to the DMV to get a real ID?
Do you have your passport?
I do.
Good. So just use that.
I will, but to travel domestically?
Yeah.
Golly.
Anyway, what are you hiring?
Screw that. Okay, I'm going to hire. This was going to be a fire, but I'm changing it to a hire because this man is so damn good at his job. I'm going to hire the person named Cameron who works for the LA Chargers. I shouldn't have said his name.
What?
I got an email from this guy last season of football season.
Do you watch?
No.
Okay.
I watched the Chiefs with my mom, and I know how the rules work now because of it. But this guy is like, hey, do you want tickets to the Chargers game? And I'm like, okay, he thinks I'm freaking famous and is going to give me free tickets.
You had to pay?
I got an email from this guy, and he's call, email. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're obsessed with me, and you want me to go to the Chargers game, something I wouldn't do.
Box seats.
He's saying sweet. He's saying box seat and sweets. And so I am like, okay, finally, I'll have a call with this guy. And this is months ago. And I have a call with him, and he's like, let me give you the price breakdown. Huh?
Price breakdown.
Price breakdown. It better be free 50 because it was not free 50. Thousands.
Did you say no?
And it's just discounted tickets. I said, I'll get back to you. And then I just couldn't do it.
I'm proud of you because remember what happened with the flowers where you spent $150?
Yes, that's so true.
I'm proud.
I just have to get away from the situation.
Yeah.
But anywho, so this guy is relentless. And the reason I think about it is because at 12:30 p.m. today, I got a call from him. Anytime I see a 424 Compton number, and Cameron, if you're listening to this, know that I love and respect you, and I'm currently hiring you right now. I forgot this is supposed to be positive. So anyway, he is so good at following up, and I am this close to just giving him money so that I can stop getting the emails.
I have the same, but not with chargers, with this girl trying to get me to do Trova trip. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, because I've been on a call with them too.
Me too, twice in the past. It's too,
But that's like get people that follow you to pay for a full trip. And I'm like, I can't be asking people to freaking pay money for me.
No. It seems cool in the beginning. It's a cool opportunity. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Cameron.
Yeah.
You're hired.
So Cameron, you're hired because you are so damn good at your job. I thought he was a brand ambassador. This man just works in the ticketing department.
I would have to block him.
Okay, who are you hiring this week?
I'm hiring someone to come pour a bucket of ice water on me when I'm making a to-do list because why am I putting the most unrealistic bullshit you've ever seen on a to-do list? My to-do lists are pages, novels long, as if I'm going to get anything done on there. I'm going to New York for a month. I have packing to do. I have loose ends to tie, as they say. Why am I putting on my to-do list, make a gallery wall on the wall? What? Hang up a gallery wall. What the hell am I doing? The other thing, go to the dry cleaner. Bitch, when have I ever gone to a dry cleaner? That's on my to-do list right now. I have 3 days. And also, things are rotting in my fridge. It's just like...
Absolutely.
When I'm making this list, I need someone to come give me a reality check and say, 100%. Bitch, maybe cut it in half.
I need to be held at gunpoint, and the person has to be like, I will pull the trigger if you put something unrealistic on there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be my first apology of this app. Sorry I mentioned guns and pulling triggers. Wait, I have a question for you.
You literally said shoot the horse, so.
I sure did. Okay, that's the second thing.
That.
Sorry, and I also said raw sex.
I just looked at a horse. That painting of a horse, guys. There's a painting of a horse.
One of the largest badonkadonks I've ever seen. An absolute dumpy on that horse.
He's arching his back. He's throwing his ass in a circle. Anyway.
Okay, I have a question about your lists. Because my thing is, every Friday I go, well, that week was a wash. You'll start fresh on Monday.
Me too.
And then Monday, I'm not feeling it. And so then it's almost on Tuesday, which happens to be today, is when I start the narrative of next week, you'll start being productive.
Yeah.
On Monday, everything will change.
And it's crazy because life passes you by in that way, is what I've found.
In the blink of an eye.
Oh my God, because then we have podcast Tuesdays and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get anything done today.
No. Wednesday, I have Survivor at 8 p.m., so
the whole day is...
Gotta prep.
if I have plans at 3 p.m., whole morning's a wash. Because I'm getting ready for the plan in my head.
Let's literally right now be realistic. What time? Because I'll tell you what, we start recording at 2 p.m. Yeah. I can't do a single thing before because I'm like...
Only if I'm sitting on my computer.
Yeah.
I can't film anything.
So like, is 3 p.m. safe? 3 p.m. I can maybe get one thing done early.
Well, it's funny we're talking about this because I told myself today after we film this and I go home, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna record.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I'm gonna.
So here's the other end of the coin. If I do one thing in my day, I'm like, congrats, queen, you're done. I filmed this podcast with you currently right now. Mm-hmm. Done for the day.
No,
for
of course.
me.
And usually I am.
Yeah.
And usually I am. But guess what? I'm leaving town for so long that I'm like, I'm not going to be able to
You got to
film.
drill down. You got to do it all.
Down,
you got to do it all.
I can't. It feels like gun to head right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, is it like over?
It's almost over. Did we fire hire?
Are they telling us to go?
No, they're not. Guess what?
What?
I got you to say my word.
Stop!
I'm playing mind games over here.
Is it mind games?
No.
What
you
is
wish. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
It's drill down.
What did I say drill down for?
Becca, it was no less than 35 seconds ago. That is so funny. Wait, what was yours? Can I even guess?
When did I say drill down?
I
have
said
amnesia.
You have to drill down before you go on your trip, I think. I have amnesia too.
We have amnesia on pod.
It's because we both know when our eyes glaze over and we're like, suddenly we're not
I just want to
there.
say, when there's any kind of stimulus around me, it's over. So when
That
the
was
men
crazy.
walked in, brain gone, and it's funny
Not
because
men,
you guys don't
a
know.
pack of men.
A pack of wolves.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, in sheep's clothing. Okay, laughing at myself. Here's the thing. You guys don't know this, but we're recording another pod episode this week, and our entire team of managers, 13 of them, like the whole team, are coming into the studio to watch us. Can you imagine what our brains are going to be like on that day if that was...
We need curtains. I need curtains. Because
it's a studio audience.
I'll tell you what, right now, they are out of my line sight because they're a little past the window. I can still see an elbow, and I'm distracted by nearly an elbow.
Anything in my peripheral.
Holy smokes. Okay, what the freaking heck is up for you this week? Did you...
I just need to... Yeah, what's... Oh, do you want to know my word?
Oh, my God.
Target audience.
Target
I got
audience.
you to say it.
You
Play it back. Play it back.
Target audience. I do remember you saying that now.
I was like, what's the target audience? And you were like, the target audience was, and I wish there was a big old cowbell.
It was a freaking call and response, and I was eating out of your palm like a horse.
Like a horse.
Do you want to do one of those like tours where you drive into a thing and then an ostrich is like, oh my God.
Did you just break your abs?
That was gonna be me eating out of your palm. And here's the thing, I was gonna, but I did not mean to slam it that hard, and I'm spitting again,
He needs a rhinoplasty.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
I'm okay, and I will be okay.
You saw stars?
I described what just happened, but you probably heard the loudest slam of your life right now. Actually, I don't know how loud it is.
He just slammed his entire muzzle.
It was really the muzzle. It was chin to nose. It was. Anywho,
answering your question, I have done one of those.
Shut up.
With the windows open.
And let me.
In New Jersey.
Was it the most in New Jersey?
Yeah, at Six Flags at the zoo. It's a really sad place. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Can I just repeat the sentence you said? Yeah, I did it in New Jersey at Six Flags at the zoo. Huh?
It's like Six Flags Safari. I don't know. I don't think I do go back. It was sad. The animals weren't happy.
It was sad. That's so hard. That's like, have I talked about going to a live sex show in Amsterdam?
Oh my God. So I was about to do that too, and I just couldn't.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I went because I was like, that's a new experience. I'm curious for it. It's a show. Let's see the performance. And there were 4 acts, and like one act, I was like, this woman is living her damn life. It's a coordinated routine. I'm almost watching a waltz with a climax, if you will. But then the next woman had some of the darkest eyes I've ever seen, and I was like, I want to help this woman get out of here because she does not want to be here.
Really?
And it was a constant oscillation between, talk about a gray area. Is this helping or hurting? Should I be here even?
Yeah.
Should I be even looking at the stage? Anywho.
That's hard.
Sorry.
No, yeah, we were gonna, and then we did not.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to apologize for?
Oh, I don't remember. Maybe about saying throw your ass in a circle about a horse. Like, I didn't mean to sexualize a horse.
I didn't mean to either. I said one of the craziest things I've ever said in an improv show. To silence.
Say it.
I can't.
Okay, right.
Well, I'll say. Well,
don't.
It made sense in the scene, but it involved an animal people, and we'll leave it at that.
So the first UCB class I ever took, they were like, "We're staying away from animals. Don't be one, and don't talk about them in a bad way because someone obviously like it's always like an intro improv class. Someone will make a joke about dead dog.
Yeah,
and they're like, just don't do dead dog.
Don't do dead dog.
No one ever in the audience likes dead dog.
Okay.
And you did dead dog today.
I did dead dog today, and let me put it this way: the thing I said in the show was not dead dog. I almost wish it was dead dog.
Oh no. Okay.
No, it's crazy. Anywho, I can't keep teasing these random things and then not finishing it. Just know right now that it's for your own good that you're not listening or hearing. Okay.
Be grateful. Write that down in your gratitude journal.
Write it down.
Should we wrap up?
I think we should.
Our target audience they've already clicked off.
I know.
No, they haven't.
We've drilled down all day, baby.
Guys, please, if you're listening on Spotify, we love reading comments.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if I can respond. Maybe I'll just like send my own comment in responding to the comments. But I can heart your comments, and I love them so much.
Yeah, it's really fun to see. And also, if you could give us a rating on whatever platform you're listening to us to, we would love a rating.
A rating.
Share with a friend, a foe, a coworker. Share with a friend, a foe, or a co.
Oh my God.
Write that down.
Write it down. Yes, please share. I was trying to do the top 3, but we've already said it.
Share, rate, review.
You're
Did
like,
I get it?
I think you got it you got it now.
Yeah, I did.
You're so past
Wherever you listen to the Content Factory.
Yes,
wherever you listen
people.
to podcasts.
And please, we're desperate for more emails from you for your HR report. You can report yourself, you can report someone else, but we're loving your emails. Thank you to Julie for sending in your horse story, and hang in there, girl. You're doing God's work. Thank you for shoving that medicine down that horse's throat.
Yeah, thank you.
And again, I hope that the horse is doing okay. I'll apologize for everything I said during that horse part, probably.
No, I think you're fine.
Okay, whatever. Anywho, we love you all.
And
And we'll circle back soon. Bye.